Okay, so content and videos on my channel are going to be changing forever. Now, as you guys are aware, there's a few things that are changing background for me right now. It's going to move. I'm changing it around completely. I've got a brand new setup and a brand new office that I've got to mix this up, alright? I've been making videos now for a lot of years, and, you know, it's just not really changed too much. Same sort of four walls, same sort of, you know, style, and I just think it's time to mix it up, because obviously February's content has been a bit dry compared to like January, like end of last year. It's been a little bit dry, and videos from the last week have not done that well. You guys haven't enjoyed them as much as other stuff. You know, obviously I'm doing transfer videos, which you used to love, but obviously because it's not a transfer window, they're not going down as well as they used to do, basically. So I've got to do, you know, a whole new concept and a whole new basis here on my channel. I've got some stuff planned this week, and obviously a brand new office, so I'm hoping I can mix up for you. If you do want to see a confirmed transfer episode on Wednesday, that's right, you're probably wondering how I can do that, because basically I've missed loads of transfers that have happened via like free agents and stuff since the January transfer window. If you want me to do that video, I can do. Drop a like and a thumbs up down below. And anyway, let's get into the first episode, alright? Well, the first player, of course. We have got Toni Kroos, alright, going to potentially Manchester United. He featured a few weeks ago here on my YouTube channel, and it looks like, the rumour looks like he's going a little bit higher. Jose Mourinho, Manchester United, apparently rumoured to be interested in this guy, as well as another Real Madrid star, which we'll talk about in a few seconds anyway. Apparently Man United interested in Eric Dyer, apparently rumoured to be paying £35 million for him, but I'd rather not do that, okay, and just sign Toni Kroos. I'd much rather do that. I'd much rather see it happen as well. Kroos actually signed a new contract earlier this season, alright, but it suggests that he's currently unsettled, alright. Apparently he's unsettled with Real Madrid. Now, of course, if that is correct, then obviously that could be a massive factor in him leaving. It could be the biggest factor. And a player that we also could be signing is Varane, alright, his teammate Varane. Now, this one's been rumoured for a few years now. Apparently, Rafael Varane is yet to nail down a regular place in defence, and obviously Mourinho featured and said this guy was like the best young defender in football when he was obviously at Real Madrid. I think he featured last week's episode. If you haven't seen that, I'll be a link here in the top left or right hand corner. If you haven't seen that episode, I recommend that one. There's lots of new players in that one that could be coming to a certain club. But I'm pretty shocked at these, alright? I'm pretty shocked. I don't think Man United can sign both of them. I don't think that's not very realistic, is it, to sign both? Now, a player that's been rumoured to be coming to the Premier League for like the last 5 years, okay? And now it used to be, well, the rumour used to be that he's going to Liverpool, but Marco Reus apparently is going to Chelsea now for £70 million, but he's currently injured again. Marco Reus will cost £70 million to sign from Borussia Dortmund, but he's injured again, according to a newspaper report. But any hope of a deal could be dashed after the versatile Borussia Dortmund forward picked up another injury whilst on the pitch, right? This is one of the reasons why Chelsea may not sign him. Premier League leaders Chelsea could be in for some fresh faces this summer as they edge close to a second title in 3 years, which is obviously a fantastic achievement for them, and they're getting a bit of money for that, so they might invest it in Reus. Apparently, the Express are claiming that the German international Reus is at the top of their shopping list, alright? Apparently, he's at the top of their shopping list, despite the current competition for places in attack. Obviously, it's in the Chelsea team, with Dortmund quoting a whopping 70 mil. Wow. Got players like Willian and stuff, not even in like Conte's starting team in a minute, who's struggling. So, you know, if obviously Reus comes, Willian's going to have to move on, isn't he? He's going to have to move on to pursue his career even more. I was a little bit shocked by this because obviously he's been linked with like Liverpool for years now, but looks like Chelsea could come in and sweep him. Jurgen Klopp, that reunion isn't going to happen, it looks like. Now, the thumbnail says, can't believe these signings, alright? The thumbnail says that, and this is one of the ones that I cannot believe, alright? We've got Daniel Sturridge potentially going to PSG, ladies and gentlemen. That is right, PSG. We've got TalkSport, Mirror, ESPN, all reporting that £30 million rated Daniel Sturridge, where I don't know if they'll pay that much for him because obviously his injury problems and stuff. I'm not really sure if that'll happen. French champions PSG are set to offer Liverpool's Daniel Sturridge the chance to get his career back on track, alright, according to the Mirror. A lack of form and fitness has been seen the striker feature in only 14 Premier League games this season. There's a feeling that on the Merseyside, of course, he doesn't fit into Jurgen Klopp's long-term plans, apparently. Paper reports that PSG would prefer to take Sturridge on loan initially, alright, so it potentially could be a loan and then a permanent if he does well. That's what they want, but with a view to making the deal permanent, basically, what I just said without even reading it. However, Liverpool actually think they can sell him for £30 million, alright, so they may hold out to try and sell him instead of going out on loan. They reckon they can get 30 mil for Daniel Sturridge. Obviously, on his day, he's a fantastic, talented player, and on his day, yeah, he's a fantastic player, like I just said, but injury problems and stuff, 27 years of age, every year that goes by, the value becomes less, I'm afraid. West Ham are apparently one of the other clubs that are rumoured to be interested in him, but of course, the situation there is, you know, will he want to stay in the Prem or will he want to move abroad to PSG? I think PSG could be a nice little opportunity for him. I think it could be good. Then in the Prem, West Ham, I mean, I don't know. He'll make his decision, won't he? But I think PSG could be a good one. But this is one I cannot believe. I'm shocked. To see an English player like move abroad these days is like uncommon. So to go PSG, English striker there, pretty crazy. I'm not expecting that. Another crazy one is a player that was at a big club and it didn't really work out offer him. A bit like yesterday's video, right, where we took a look at basically players that didn't bounce back. This guy has bounced back from big club move. We got Zaha, okay? He went to Crystal Palace from obviously Manchester United. He was there originally, and now he's done that well that apparently he's going to Spurs next. So there's a couple of German teams that are also interested in signing him. So this potentially is another English player going abroad, but you know, still, apparently Spurs are like favourites for him. Apparently Spurs moved for Zaha last summer with a £14 million offer, and there were interest from obviously other clubs as well. But yeah, £14 million, that didn't get him previously. There was interest in January, obviously nothing materialised. That's why you haven't seen him go anywhere, but they obviously want to try and get that going again. They want him this summer now, last chance to get him. Mauricio Pochettino is a huge fan of Zaha's, and obviously he's asked Daniel Levy to get the deal done ASAP, alright? As soon as the summer happens, he wants him for pre-season and stuff. But obviously that Red Bull team who is smashing it in the Bundesliga right now, they could offer him Champions League football next year, so I mean obviously Tottenham could as well. But Zaha, where will he go to? Will he go abroad or will he stay in the Prem and go to Spurs? We have potentially a new player coming to the Premier League in the next one, okay? Alexandro to Manchester City. Now Man City are interested in a few left backs. Apparently Bertrand is one of the ones who are interested in him from Southampton. But Manchester City chased Alexandro after missing out on him when he joined Juventus, alright? So they obviously tried to sign him, but he went to Juventus instead. Now this guy's looking like a highly rated card. If we look at his ultimate team card there, 86-1 at the minute, 89 pace, 84 dribbling, 82 defending, 80 physical, 80 passing. Wow, that's an insane informed card. Now if Man City do not succeed in getting their man, they will turn to Ryan Bertrand, obviously Southampton. But we want to see a new player come to the Premier League like Alexandro. Fantastic card. We want to see that ultimate team card, don't we? We want to play with him, don't we? That's what we want. I think his current contract ends in 2020 with a release clause of 25 mil. So if City want him, they only have to pay 25.6 mil for him, apparently. I could be wrong there. If a new deal happened, like if he signed a new deal, whatever, then the transfer fee would rise to 40 million. So City need to get in there before that new contract is signed. That's what they need to do. But that'll all be down to the player, what he wants to do. Will he want to come try himself in the Premier League? Will he want to stay in Italy? It's going to be down to him, mate. But, you know, the Prem has a lot to offer. He might be tempted. Last but not least, we've got a player potentially going to Real Madrid next. Now, obviously, they are really interested in goalkeepers. We know that, Real Madrid. And if they can't get De Gea, if they can't get, obviously, Donnarumma, if they can't get, who was the other one they were trying to get? I can't even remember. Oh, Courtois, there we go. But anyway, Lloris now is popped up as another potential target, right? If they can get all the other ones they want. Now, that makes it sound like that Lloris is like a real big D plan or an E plan. Like, he's not their main target, is he? Apparently, Keylor Navas is definitely going to leave. He's had a bit of a bad season, it looks like. And apparently, Courtois is number one. De Gea's not, apparently, no, joint number one, apparently, according to this. Joint number one. They want two goalkeepers, apparently. Obviously, they're not going to get two. But anyway, obviously, we don't want to lose De Gea. Real Madrid, no, Man United don't want to lose De Gea. Mourinho wants to keep him, of course. Lloris, he's proved himself in the top tier of football. He's proved himself that he can do it at Real Madrid. And will he go and will he end speculations of all the other goalkeepers that could be joining? We'll have to wait and see. Anyway, guys, as proposed as always, hopefully have a good weekend. Subscribe and like down below. 3,000 likes would be absolutely insane. That would really, really make my weekend. I'm not even joking. That would be absolutely insane. Take it easy.